All right, so as we continue with our Women's Day coverage, the Dialogues Amongst Women, this event returns for its third edition this year. The event is designed to uplift young women from diverse backgrounds through meaningful intergenerational conversations, as well as networking and wellness. So this year's edition will include a tennis and wellness component. It's aimed at encouraging fitness, vitality, mental resilience, and self-confidence also. So to share a little bit more, we're joined by founder Lihle Malinga. Good morning. Welcome. Congrats.
Yay. Good morning.
I mean, 3 years in a row, it's obviously a big feat. And we're looking at how it's evolved, but also how necessary these dialogues have become. Tell us a little bit more about how it's evolved over these past 3 years for you.
Thank you for having me and allowing me to use my voice. I think that's quite important as we celebrate Women's Day. It's important for these dialogues to continue because there are issues that we've faced as women that still continue. So the conversation doesn't stop until we reach a point where we can have solutions to every crisis, every limitation that we are facing as women in South Africa specifically.
Yeah, and speaking of which, nothing news under the sun. And so, yes, we are going to be tackling the issues again. But if you theme this year, talk to us a little bit more about the intention behind that, how it also aligns to those issues and even just the highlights that we are experiencing.
So this year I was intentional with incorporating sports into the event because usually it's a fine and dine experience. And I thought, let me add tennis to promote mental health. I think we all need a coping mechanism. So tennis is something that I've really been interested in. So I thought, let me add it. So we're gonna have a trainer. So even for people that have never played tennis before, there's gonna be a trainer who's gonna teach us how to do the basics. So it's a nice icebreaker so that people just delve into, you know, the important conversations easily after engaging.
Yes, and what I also like is how intergenerational it is, and you're very intentional about that as well, because you obviously, there's wisdom that needs to be imparted, but as you teach, you learn as well. So it's not just limited to the young taking advice, but the young also teaching the old. Tell us about that journey.
Absolutely. So it's so funny that we as young people, and I don't know if I fall under young anymore because I've been told
how old you feel.
It's how old you feel. So we as young people, or as people in general, tend to want things when we've never had them. So the whole point of dialogues is to bring a 25-year-old woman who wants to get married into a room with a woman who's been married for 25 years, just to share wisdom, just for us to really understand when we speak of marriage, what exactly are we speaking about, you know? So, but it's also like different generations. I have conversations with my mom and my aunts all the time, and I get so fascinated at like just the difference in terms of how we view life. And I think there's a lot of wisdom that we can share amongst each other, both from a younger perspective and obviously an older perspective, to put it in blatant terms.
No,
so,
absolutely. And also we're ever evolving, right? So what we enjoyed perhaps 10 years ago changes who we are as well. It's about growing and learning, unlearning as well. What are some of those things you've had to shed?
Ooh, where do I even begin?
I mean, you're purpose-driven, right?
Yeah.
So, and very intentional what you do. So, I mean, there are some behaviors and patterns that we...
Yeah. I think being abrupt and, you know, in terms of how, you know, when you don't like something, I think I've had to learn over the years to be calm, to really analyze, because sometimes it turns to be about how you reacted than what you were reacting to. So I think just that calmness of analyzing things, calming down. You know, my aunt said to me the other time, write down whatever you're feeling and then don't send it, read it. I promise you the next day you'll feel completely different. So those are some of the things that I think I've had to learn.
Thank you for that vulnerability. I think that's what people connect to the most, right? When we're willing to show that we don't have all the answers, but we're learning along the way. So where's the event taking place? And should people want more details? I mean, if you're coming to play tennis, you're going to need a sun hat. Hopefully the sun is out. You're going to need your regalia. But tell us a little bit more about how to best prepare.
Okay, so the event is going to be at Randburg Tennis Club.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, come as you are. If you're comfortable in wearing a short skirt, show it off. If you come as you are. I know a lot of people have been like, Lihle, have you seen tennis clothes, my body? That's the whole thing. Embrace who you are. You know, come as you are, be comfortable, have fun, engage, meet different women. And that's what I love about Dialogues. It incorporates different types of women every year.
Okay. And for more information, how do they contact you?
Please email me at Lihle Malinga 609@gmail.com.
Okay. Lihle, thank you for your time at this hour. Good luck as well as we edge closer, of course, to the event. Important dialogues that need to be happening, and perhaps also looking at ways to implement from there and too. But also just that intergenerational exchange. It's one of the many things that obviously will be taking place at the dialogues for women as it returns with a transformative experience of empowerment, wellness and connection at large. Lihle Malinga, they're joining us to chat a little bit more about the 3rd edition this year.